Good morning, students. Today we will start the new chapter of your physics, that is reflection of light. Before starting reflection, you must know about the light. So first we deal what is light. See, light is a form of energy. Light is a form of energy which produces in us the sensation of vision. Produces in us the sensation of vision. So light is a form of energy which produces in us the sensation of vision. That means light is that form of energy which makes a thing visible, which makes a thing visible, but it is itself invisible, but it is itself invisible. So we cannot see the light, but light make anything visible. Another important topic is that light shows dual nature. Means some properties of light like reflection, refraction, etc. can be explained by considering light as particle. Light particles are called photons. Light particles are called photons. So some properties like reflection, like refraction, etc. can be explained by considering light as particle. Whereas some other properties like interference, diffraction, polarization, etc. cannot be explained by considering light as particle. If we want to explain these phenomena like interference, diffraction, polarization, we must consider light as wave. So because of this, that some phenomena are explained by considering light as particle and some phenomena are explained by considering light as wave, we can conclude that light has dual nature. Dual means two. So light can be explained by considering light as particle as well as wave. And that's why it is said that light has dual nature, or light has two types of nature. One is particle nature and another is wave nature. So after considering this thing, we have to come in one property of light, that is reflection of light. Reflection means what? When light falls on highly polished surface like mirror, most of the light is sent back in the same medium, and this process is called reflection of light. I repeat, reflection is the phenomenon due to which light can be bounced back in the same medium. Means the medium from which light is coming, after striking an obstacle, it will bounce back in the same medium, and this phenomenon is called reflection of light. Let us explain with some diagram. Suppose this is an obstacle like plane mirror. Light is coming from here. It strikes the mirror, and after striking, it is bounced back in the mirror again in the same medium, and this phenomenon is called reflection of light. Bouncing back of light in the same medium after striking an obstacle is called reflection of light. See, The light ray which falls on the surface is called incident ray. Light ray which falls on the surface is called incident ray, and light ray which is returned back is considered as a reflected ray. I repeat, light ray which falls on the surface is considered as a incident ray, and light ray which is bounced back is considered as a reflected ray. So phenomenon of bouncing back of light after striking an obstacle in the same medium is called reflection of light. Now we deal with the laws of reflection. There are two laws. First one, angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection, and second one, incident ray, reflected ray and normal all lie on the same plane. Let us explain with the help of a diagram. Suppose it is an obstacle. Light is coming from one medium, it strikes the obstacle, and after striking it is bounced back in the same medium. So light which falls from the surface, earlier we told it as incident ray. Incident ray, and light ray which is bounced back is considered as a reflected ray. And suppose if we draw a perpendicular line on the surface through point of incidence is considered as a normal. Okay, so normal is the imaginary line perpendicular to the surface through the point of incidence. So first law, incident ray, reflected ray and normal, all three lie on the same plane. And second law, angle of incidence must be equal to the angle of reflection. See, this angle is considered as the angle of incidence and it is denoted by I, and this angle is considered as the angle of reflection and it is denoted by R. Now the question is, which angle is considered as the angle of incidence? Angle made by the incident ray with the normal. See, this is the incident ray and this is the normal, and angle made by the incident ray with the normal is this one. This angle is called angle of incidence, and angle of reflection means angle made by the reflected ray with the normal. This angle is called angle of reflection. And as per the law of reflection, angle of incidence, that is I, must be equal to angle of reflection, that is R. So angle of incidence must be equal to angle of reflection, and that is the second law of reflection. I repeat the topic. First law, incident ray, reflected ray and normal all lie on the same plane, and second one, angle of incidence must be equal to angle of reflection. Angle of incidence means angle made by the incident ray with the normal, and angle of reflection means angle made by the reflected ray with the normal. And measurement of these two angles are equal. If angle of incidence is 40 degree, then angle of reflection is also equal to 40 degree. This is all about the laws of reflection. Now, next topic. You see the diagram. Here we show you when reflection is done from the plane mirror, how the angle of incidence and angle of reflection are made. Now we deal with the type of reflection. Reflection is classified in two groups. One is regular or specular reflection, and another is irregular or diffuse reflection. First we deal with the regular reflection. When light reflects a smooth and shiny surface, it gets reflected in the same medium, forming the image of the object. So first we must know about the regular reflection. Say, regular reflection. Some points are to be remembered that it occurs on the highly polished or plain surface. Occurs on the highly polished or plain surface. First one. Second one, incident rays are parallel to each other. Incident rays are parallel to each other, as well as reflected rays are also parallel. Reflected rays are also parallel. Third, they follow the laws of reflection. Follow the laws of reflection. And last point, after reflection, reflected rays move. Reflected rays move at a particular direction. So these are the phenomena these are the properties of regular reflection. Let us explain with the help of the diagram. Suppose it is a highly polished or smooth surface. It may be a plain mirror or the surface of still water. You see, these are the incident rays and they are coming parallel to each other. And after striking the mirror, reflected rays move parallelly. You see, incident rays are parallel to each other as well as reflected rays are parallel. This is the second point. And third point, they follow the laws of reflection. That means in every case, angle of incidence should be equal to angle of reflection. And fourth point, after reflection, reflected rays move at a particular direction. And this type of reflection is called regular reflection. Now, irregular reflection. Irregular reflection, it occurs on a rough surface. Incident rays are parallel, but reflected rays may not parallel. Reflected rays may not parallel. Doesn't follow the laws of reflection. Doesn't follow the laws of reflection. And after reflection, reflected rays scatter in every possible direction. Now let us explain with the help of the diagram. Say, it is a rough or uneven surface. First you see, incident rays are coming parallel to each other, and after striking the mirror, they will scatter in every possible direction and don't follow the laws of reflection. And this type of reflection is called irregular or diffused reflection. So this is all about the types of reflection. So today we deal with the light, its dual nature, the reflection of light, laws of reflection and types of reflection. In the next class we will deal with the spherical mirror. Till then, goodbye.